right, so my daughter does not have to get induced, which means I'm back on the bay. All right, cast off. Goodbye quality again. Glad I'm leaving that place. Really didn't want to be on the bay having to stay at a hotel, but had to do what I had to do. But anyways, that's gone. Won't have to do that anymore for sure. Plenty of places on this side, on the east side of the bay, to camp out, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I got another week of it left, and yeah, wind out in the northwest. Beautiful day though. I could have gambled yesterday and just left, even though it was blowing a gale. It's not that bad today, but it's still going to be rough out there. But I don't want to be stuck over on the other side and then trying to get back to my daughter for her birth. It's kind of a no-brainer, honestly. I'm happy that she's okay and the baby's okay. They're going to check her again next week, and hopefully she'll go to term November 6th. But if not, you know, they know what to do. Keep both her and the baby safe, so that's good. All right, I'm all fueled up, and got my rain sticker on. Mainly just to block the wind and the cold. Obviously, it's not raining out here. I don't think I'll get too wet. But all right, off on my adventure again. They're living on that thing, that's for sure. Pretty boat. All right, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record out here. The main thing is not to capsize this daggone thing. But I'm going to be following the seas. There's a little bit of danger in that. You can breach if you're going down a wave. Obviously, I don't have a lot of freeboard. I got to be careful with that, making sure that I don't bring water on the boat like that. Oh yeah, I can tell it's really bad out there. Wow. All right. Yep. I can. You can't see that in the GoPro, but I can see that. That's rollers out there. So the plan is to go over to this place called Scotts Creek. It's on an island on the shore, and they have gas, so I'll fuel up again there, and then find somewhere to camp. You know, it's back. I got a few spots picked out, but it's back to the grind of finding a campsite. I've been pretty successful. Sometimes I haven't, but over here on the shore, on this side, the eastern side, it's going to be a lot more to choose from, because it's a lot of wildlife refuge, not as many houses, you know, and a lot of coves and islands and stuff like that. And they look pretty promising. So I'm just going to have to check it out. That's the only way to do it, is just go there, look at it, and see what it looks like, if it's going to be all right. Because you know, you worry about high tide and everything coming up to your campsite. So that's the main thing I got to look for. It's just high enough to keep away from the tide. So I'm gonna put this thing down. No wake zones right there. Put her on a plane, and off I go again. That was harrowing. I had to pass the wake of that ship. Man, those waves were huge. There's more of them than I thought too. It's rough out here. Alright, I managed to cross the bay. And it's calmed down a little bit. I don't have these huge rollers I'm dealing with. Still choppy. I'm following the sea though, so that's good. In a following sea. So I'm going to go beyond that point of land and then veer left and keep on traveling south, and hopefully another maybe hour and a half I'll pull into Scotts Cove Marina. But I really can't, like this wave right here, this is a big wave. I gotta be, I've got to have my hand on the throttle to push over it or to back off when I'm coming down it. I mean, I'm all alone out here. If something happens, I mean, that's land, but when I was out in the open water, I died of hypothermia before they even got to me. I know, it's cold out here. Day temperature 63 degrees. I probably would have lasted a couple hours, but still, it's just dangerous. Crossing the bay when it's windy in a small boat. But you just got to be on your toes and have your hand on the throttle. I got to get back to driving that boat. I tell you what, this coastline on the east side of the bay is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It's beautiful. Some rollers. Definitely all alone out here. It's pretty. Nobody. Backside of this island, I think I could cut across and then keep going down. Your way from this swell. It's pretty nasty out here. I don't know if this camera's picking it up though. A lone house in the middle of nowhere. I think that's a cool house. So I'm trying to make it to the backside of this island right here. Hopefully it's a little calmer. But it was pretty nasty out there. Really, really bad. I wish I could GoPro more, but I'm steering with my leg, holding the steering wheel. I gotta have a hand on the throttle. Alright, I wanted to tuck in behind this island a little bit, get out of the waves, so I can navigate on my Garmin. It's hard to hit this thing when you're hitting all them waves. So I'm back in here for just a minute, kind of recalibrate myself to see where I'm at. How much further I gotta go? I think I've got to go to that island right there. I'm not really sure. But it's either that one. Oops. It's either this one or this one. I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna go. All right, change plans. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to Crisfield, which it is that point over there, a little bit further down than I thought I was, but it's hard to tell when you're doing this and you're up in these waves. It's hard to navigate. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Crisfield. I can gas up there. I've got like a half a tank of fuel left, so I'll definitely be able to make it there just as long as this motor holds up and everything else is good. And then I can find my campsite. I got a few picked out. I'll check them out when I get there. But get into Crisfield, get some fuel, and warm up a little bit. Man, it's freezing. All right, that was crazy. Finally in some smoother water. I'll tell you what, it was bad out there. I mean, there was no way I could film anything. I wish I had a place to mount this thing and show some of the waves that I was going through, man. But anyways, just gonna follow this marker in. There's Crisfield. So looks like somebody decided not to say it. That's for sure. I don't blame them. But I gotta figure out how to get into this. Let's see. Well, that's not a good sign. Sunk at the slip. I think the marina is behind those buildings. I don't know. I gotta put my head in there. Ooh, I'm freezing. bow, you can tell the water's high. It's been 22 years since I've been here, at least. And it'd be nice if I could pitch a tent right there. That would be sweet. But that's not going to happen. See, I don't remember those for sure, but what a view. What a view. So the last time I was here was in my old boat, 30-foot Sea Ray. And there was a thunderstorm that came through. Had gusts, it was a downburst, had a gust of 92 miles an hour. And we had a tornado after that. We watched the tornado come through. And it picked up boats. It was crazy. It picked up boats and was throwing stuff around. I actually was in the slip and started my engine up. I was facing this way. I didn't want to face this way, but the boats that were facing this way lost their binomies. It just took them right off the boat. And banging them up against the dock and whatnot. But yeah, that was crazy. Alright, I just docked it for a little bit. I walk in this canal. It's cold. Got a chill. Ugh, all that window from that water. It's changed. I think I was at that dock last time. All right, so this is the town. Not much to it. This is the town. It's mostly boarded up. This is the old. I know there's a new section, but it's down that way. I'm not walking all the way down there. I did want to show this, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a lot of work. Pretty cool though. Not quite what I remember. I remember coming into the town, but back then these storefronts were full. But I mean, right now they're really, that should be pushed down, honestly. All right, I didn't really GoPro that much of that city, of this town. I didn't want to have to fight over my GoPro with some dude. There's some pretty shady looking characters around here. So I just kind of walked around and just looked at the difference of what I remember and what it really is. So I'm going to actually come out of this marina, whichever way I came, and I'm going to scoot up this creek on the other side where that windmill is. And I think I might be able to reach the backside of that island, and that'll be a little bit protected from the weather. The wind especially. So I've got a few campsites picked out, and I'm just gonna go and check them out. I got plenty of time. Tide is high, that is for sure. That's not looking good. wanted to go, and there is really nowhere to camp right there. So that one's a bust. I was hoping it'd be a little bit more sheltered too. Looks like, because there was an island. I mean, there trees were here on Google. There's hardly any trees here now. So the landscape has changed, for sure. But I'm gonna turn back around. I'm gonna duck into that. It looks like a campground there. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna duck in there, talk to somebody, and then go check out that other spot that's way out there. And it sure is pretty out here. I wonder why they quit letting that windmill turn. There's definitely enough wind for it.
And Wallops Island, mostly sunny. Temperature 60, dew point 44, relative humidity 55%. Wind west, 14 miles an hour. Pressure 29.70 inches and steady. Across the rest of Delmarva and west of the bay.
Summertime, this is mosquito tropics. All right, this is a state campground, and I just talked to the ranger, and he said he's gonna come down here to meet me, and hopefully we'll work out something to get a campsite. If I can stay here, it's got bathroom facilities, shower. I don't need laundry, but it's got shower. It's got shower. So I could stay out on that island, the first one I came in. Just the wind is kicking just a little bit too much for me to want to do that. And if I can find a spot here, then yeah, I'll do it. So it looks like this is it. And actually it's pretty cool. This is part of the Captain John Smith Trail. I'll show it here in a minute when I finish with this guy. But it's pretty cool. Oh, they even have camper cabins. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Oh, so this is a trail. Okay, there's a trail on this thing too. Oh, that's nice. Checkout's 1 o'clock. All right. I hear you. Fishies. All right, it looks like he's, it looks like that might be him right there. All right, so I think I'm set up. I think I'll just take that campsite right there and start pulling some stuff off the boat. And tomorrow, I'll probably end up doing the trail. I gotta pick up my friend here Thursday, and it's Monday. So I might have a conversation with him because I really want to start heading south again. But it'll give me a chance to maybe try to fix that thing again. It's still broke. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some stuff off and set up the camp and go tell him which number it is, because he didn't know which one that was. All right, well, I got my campsite set up. I got my tent over here behind this tree. Hopefully it's blocking a little of the wind, but I can poke my head out right there and see my boat with my flashlight. I got it in there. I got it all set up, so it's ready to go. Oh, I gotta put that bent thing on, or that cover, whatever it is. Go down and see the boat. It is still windy. That was an experience today. 6 foot seas, easily. And they were calling for it too. It said 4 to 6, and I definitely saw some 6 and 7 footers out there. I was in them. I was in it. All right, I changed out the memory card on it. I think that's what it was. It was full. I was coming down here to look at the boat, seeing how it was, seeing how I tied it up. I think I got it tied up good. Got to be able to get on it.
So that chain doesn't move. It's kind of latched onto that cable, and that cable is springy. So I could pull real hard and probably touch the back of that, but I got to pull it really, really hard. I don't think I'll experience that here. I think this is probably the highest the wind's going to get. So she's tucked away pretty good. Got 2 full tanks of gas, well, 3 full tanks of gas. So I'm ready to go. This is Captain John Smith's historic voyage routes. So he did it, man. He came down from here. I came from like right there. I went all the way up here. He probably navigated as far as he could in his boat because it's rocky right there. It gets real shallow. But he went up all these. I think he was trying to find a way around. But the blue is his first one. Oh, so he, on his first trip, he didn't go all the way up. He went to Chesapeake River, all the way up that. Yeah. Wow. 16. So he did that about 2.5 months, all the way up there and back. That's a lot, especially if you're making a map of the whole thing. That's going pretty fast. Pretty cool. All right, well, I'll walk around here. I don't know what all's out here. I've never been to this place, so. All right, it's my homemade shield. I had to make it. It had to be metal, but I'm pretty sure this will keep the wind from pushing the flame out. So I'm gonna heat me up some more. Ooh. It's not that good. I'm gonna have my first fire. When I'm on the beach, I really don't want to start a fire, but you're allowed to here, so I'm doing it. There we go. Fire. Oh, you got smoke. By the time this thing burns down, I'll be ready for bed. Tired. Actually, I should be showing that. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Wow. Freezing. Pine cone fire is smoky, but it's good. I just can't get over how rough it was today. Oh my gosh. Steady 4 to 6 footers, occasional 7, maybe even more than that. Tried to avoid as many of those big ones as I could, but it's hard. This water's taken a lot of lives over the years. It's a dangerous place. But it has such beauty. It's crazy. Man, I had a lot of anxiety about crossing that bay today. Holy crap. It was 4 hours. I figured it out. I thought it was 2.5, but I calculated it. I left at 10. No, 3 hours. I think I left at 11. And then I ended up in Chrisfield at a little after 2. Somebody over there singing. Looking for firewood, but the sun was bouncing off those clouds that are passing through. It was crazy beautiful. But I wanted to get some of it on my GoPro. Took a few photos, but I missed it by like 15 minutes. It's still pretty though.